The fourth event, the Festival Handicap. Have a look at the finish of this one. A very deceptive finish with Artist Man getting the money on the outside, beating Rubo and Pride of Century. It's square blind that Rubo won the race on this film anyway.
Playful Prince, a length, Calm Joe, half the outer Macro Boy. Wider still is Prince Ferrishar. Young Blood locked away on the inside of Trench Digger. Then comes Berlainski, a length and a quarter after Pride of Century, making ground around the outside. And 2 lengths to Tuna 2 and Artist Man travelling to the corner. And the baldy face Rubo shows out a half length on Playful Prince. Third and wider out is Prince Ferrishar, the deepest run of Pride of Century. Calm Joe looking for the run through from Macro Boy and Young Blood in on the fence. Playful Prince raced up to Rubo. Pride of Century coming at them, followed by Macro Boy. Young Blood and Calm Joe not getting much room, and Artist Man is starting to come down the outside. 150 to go, and Pride of Century claims Rubo. Artist Man coming at the pair on the outside. Rubo, Pride of Century, Artist Man. Rubo just in front. He looks as though he's just won. He looks as though he might have just won it on the inside, Rubo, but it's very close.
Well, he didn't win it, Rubo, but he certainly looked as though he did, didn't he? He was beaten a nose by Artist Man. The fifth event, Adeniason, the winner here, beating Silver Envoy. Reuters News finishes third. Ribbons, the favourite, at 7-4, fourth.
A half to Brandy Apple, about a length and 3/4 off to Accuracy. Ribbon still trapped a bit deep from Ammervale. 2 to Reuters News and Cinders. 3 Wimmerway and a length and a quarter Bold Heather. At the 600 and the grey Silver Envoy making play by 3/4 Adeniason, pushed along to get a little closer to the leader. 2/3 Ribbons, then Accuracy on the inside, and 1 to Brandy Apple, 2 to Ammervale and Reuters News. Adeniason after Silver Envoy as they straighten up, and they've kicked about 3 lengths clear of Accuracy, followed by Ribbons on the outside and 2 to Reuters News and Bold Heather. Adeniason takes a narrow break from Silver Envoy at the distance. 2.5 lengths to Ribbons on the outside, grinding away, but Adeniason leads by a half length now on Silver Envoy. A good gap to Ribbons running on Reuters News, but Adeniason's got to notch up the hat-trick. It's coming away now from Silver Envoy and Reuters News, and Adeniason scores a good win.
Race 6 and the winner here was Reflect, odds on, 6-4 on, just cruises up to them, comes a bit wide around the home turn, but quickly cruises up to go to the lead, shot clear. He rode confidently over the last little bit. Mother Courage made up ground, but never looked like getting to it.
Star Parade, 4th Baruna Saad, Tusks given in, Reflect going away from it with Tanzada, then comes Vivatis, and still last is Mother Courage. At the 700 metres as they travel down the side, and Moses showing the whip to Gamester. It's a length and a quarter on Star Parade. King Lilt third, and here's Young Beatman starting to wind up the favourite Reflect. It's coming around the outside very quickly. A length Baruna Saab and 2 further back Tanzada. On the swing for home now, and Reflect going up wide out, setting it after Gamester. Star Parade in 3rd position, then King Lilt, followed by Baruna Saab and Tanzada, but Reflect strode clear. And Beatman had a peep over the right shoulder and a peep over the left, and Reflect is 2.5, nearly 3 in front. Tanzada second, Mother Courage coming down the outside, but it's Reflect hands and heels at the 100 metres. 2.5, Mother Courage running on. Reflect in front. Mother Courage is not going to get to Reflect. Reflect, ridden very quietly, is going to win it. Reflect a length and a quarter on Mother Courage. 3rd Tanzada. Then
Race 7 wrapped up a winning treble for Johnny Marshall when he was able to win on Luskin Rain, starting at 13-2, beating Flighty Girl. Aquitana finishes 3rd. Scorpio, the favourite, at 9-4.
Then Flighty Girl, a length Neat Princess after My Career, Zarchita Camelot Queen, followed by Ginger Blossom. Then Clear Horizon, Papa's favourite, Zarella, and the staying mare Last Dicey. Down the side and onto the course, proper Empress Karioi. 2 lengths Wild Promises, a half Drifting Dame, a length Luskin Rain. Then Aquitana, a length and a half Neat Princess. Almond Valley off the track. Next is Flighty Girl, a length and 3/4 to Scorpio near the inside from After My Career. Then Zarchita, Clear Horizon, Camelot Queen, Ginger Blossom, followed by Papa's favourite, Zillerellen. Last is Dicey. Into the stretch, Empress Corio, a length and a half clear. On the outside is Wild Promises, even deeper out Luskin Rain. Then Aquitana angling for the inside run, although she is under the whip, and Flighty Girl on the outside, but Luskin Rain's dashed to the lead. And Luskin Rain coming to the 100, a length on Flighty Girl, Aquitana and Empress Corio. Marshall riding hard on Luskin Rain. He looks set for a treble, and he's got to get it. Luskin Rain goes on to win it 3/4 of a length. Flighty Girl, Aquitana 3rd.
Final event of the winner here was Blazing Silk, starting the favourite at 11-4 and leading all the way to score well. Mossie finishes second. Third was Bellini. Here's the nice race yesterday from Rosehill.
Onto the side, and Blazing Silk's at the 800 by 3/4 of a length on Folly's Prince. A length and a half to Mossie in the grey Bellini, followed by El Rey. One Royal Scenario, Dresden the outer from Ryerson, and Big Becky's and Prince Granada the last pair. At the 600, and Blazing Silk's being kept at it by Folly's Prince at her quarters. A length and a half to Mossie, Bellini on the outside, and about 3 further back Dresden. Ryerson on the extreme outer, and then El Rey. Blazing Silk straightens up for the run of the judge, leading by about a length and a half on Folly's Prince. Mossie in third position, followed by Bellini and Ryerson on the extreme outer. 200 metres to go, and Blazing Silk's a length and a half clear. Folly's Prince is under the whip, followed by Mossie on the outside, and then Bellini and Dresden. Blazing Silk's in front, the kid riding hands and heels. Mossie trying hard to get to Blazing Silk's. Blazing Silk's is still in front, and she's going to win the money. All the way pretty well to Blazing Silk from Mossie and Bellini.
Right, that was the program yesterday at Rosehill. Now the TAB information, winning combination for double and treble, 4-2-9, Artist Man, Adeniason, Luskin Rain. The double paid $16.55 and the treble $225.70. After this break, we'll return. Short prize favourite Rescind, who started at 5-4 on. Rescind looked as though she'd score, but the last little bit she couldn't hold off Gold Privilege. Princess Belinda finishes third.
Well, and so was Princess Belinda going fast wider out, and then Vain Explorer. Fleur Cognac on the outside, and Rescind has now headed it off to take the lead, with Princess Belinda and Vain Explorer up there with the leaders too from Listerfield Lass. They were followed a little further back in the field then by Henrietta, and then came Roses for You. They're followed by Gold Mystery, and further back Emelinsky, the rider, in a lot of trouble there from Primpet, and Fine as Rain around the outside. Vain Explorer went up on the outside, doing it quite well on the turn, about a half length Rescind, 2 lengths Princess Belinda, hard ridden from Gold Privilege, then Fleur Cognac out wide from Listerfield Lass. All the 2 leaders collided heavily on the turn. Vain Explorer the outside, and Rescind 2 lengths now to Gold Privilege, running on pretty well down the outside from Princess Belinda. Rescind got a narrow lead now from Vain Explorer, with Gold Privilege on the outside, coming home hard. Rescind in front, Gold Privilege coming over the top of it on the outside, and Gold Privilege got up the winner to head to Rescind. Princess Belinda probably just got third from Vain Explorer.
The second event, and the winner here was Biscalowe. Have a look at Pleach on the home turn. Heads for the outside fence and almost crashes through it. Gets out and scrapes paint off the outside rail. Would have won pretty easily. I think it had gone straight, but Biscalowe too good for dainty and daring.
3 deep. He doesn't want to get into trouble apparently there from Sand Ripper. They're followed by Bagley Star. Dainty and Dashing is locked in on the fence. Here's Auntie's Angel making a run quickly out wide. And back at the rear is Known Sapphire, and as the field packs up with Soap Opera. With 600 to go, Auntie's Angel went around them to join Pleach, and Biscalowe immediately booted up in the centre. They're 2 lengths clear of Laodicea, and they were followed by Dainty and Dashing, pulled to the outside. On the turn, Pleach a length and a half clear, running off the track. She's veered right off the course, Pleach, and Biscalowe got through on the inside to take the lead from Pleach out wide. Dainty and Dashing is running on from Laodicea. With 200 to go, White went for the whip on Biscalowe. It's about 2 lengths in front. Pleach is the danger out, very wide under the judge's box, but Biscalowe looks to be in front on the inside. It is, and Biscalowe goes on to win by about a length and a half. Second is Dainty and Dashing, and Pleach right up against the outside fence third. They're followed by...
Yeah, I think she would have won had she gone straight. Pleach, she ran off very badly there. Biscalowe, the favourite, at 5-4 on. Third race, the winner was Bianco Lady at 5-4, beating Welshire and Dandy Edition, and Bianco Lady now heading west for the Perth Cup.
Lady and on the outside, Gala Send, and now Welshire eased off the fence to go around Sovereign Khan. Raid the Goal still trailing Bianco Lady everywhere they go, and then Ken Gary under the whip 3 or 4 deep. 2 lengths to Abel Arcale, and they're followed by Rudor. Coming down with 600 to go, and Bianco Lady went up on the outside to put its head in front now from Triple Toss. A length further back then is Welshire making some ground, and Raid the Gold now switched to the outside of that pack from Dandy Edition, and then Abel Arcale and Rudor. Into the straight, Bianco Lady on the outside is the leader, and it drew about a length and a half to Welshire, with Raid the Gold under the whip starting to come home well. He's had to go for the whip on Bianco Lady. Old Welshire's ranging up to it, followed by Dandy Edition flying in the centre. Bianco Lady holding Welshire, however, with 100 to go, and Bianco Lady's too classy. Drew away and won a length and a half to Welshire. Dandy Edition third from Raid the Gold.
Fourth event of the winner was Glorious Song, coming from a long way back. Running onto the corner was back near last Glorious Song, but makes up plenty of ground over the final stages. Taj Bell, the short price favourite, at 10 to 9 on, finishes second. Tony's Till third.
Events dropped back sharply from Infusion and Glorious Song last, but only about 6 lengths off the lead. Boulevard Bell led as they came down the side. A little bit more pace clapped on here. It could be Faust, I think, has gone up on the outside of it. Taj Bell a length and a half away third, and they're followed by Azure Bell, Noble Victory on the rails. Gold Aussie's lost its place. It's gone back to second last. As they make the turn, 500 to go now, and Boulevard Bell and Faust together a length to Taj Bell, and they were followed then by Dainty Decree, Azure Bell, and back behind those horses, Glorious Song, into the straight, and Faust the leader with Taj Bell coming at it on the outside, and they're clear of Tony's Till. Now the favourite took the lead, Taj Bell, from Faust. Glorious Song's running on well. It's running greenly, but it's starting to gobble up the ground. Taj Bell in front, but Glorious Song's picking it up very easily near the line, and Glorious Song's come from last to bolt in. A length and a half to Taj Bell, third Tony's Till, fourth Faust about 5.
It did win easily, that horse, Glorious Song. Now, the Liberal Handicap race 5, very classy field of 3-year-olds here. Toy Pindari and Erolino vied for the lead in the early stages of the race. And Toy Pindari beat off Erolino, but then had no answer for Mossie Bite, who swamped him at the end and went on to score.
And further back then came Mawson at the head of the others from I'm Heaven. Yanoma well back with My Thai Gold and Rabina Boy. 600 out, Toy Pindari and Erolino about a length now to Sartorial Splendor, Mossie Bite, Duke of Biscalowe putting in a strong run in the centre. Then came Winter Harbour and Captain Piper climbing over their heels on the inside, followed by I'm Heaven, Free Hall, and then came behind them Mansmar. Toy Pindari and Erolino turned for home together about a length and a half. Mossie Bite pulled out to the outside. Captain Piper trying to get a run on the fence. Duke of Biscay's gone. Mossie Bite's gone up to the leaders. Toy Pindari's got Erolino beaten from Mossie Bite the outside, and then Captain Piper and I'm Heaven. Toy Pindari in front, but Mossie Bite's getting to it every stride. Mossie Bite drew level near the line, and Mossie Bite's going to win it ahead to Toy Pindari. 3 lengths away third, Erolino from Captain Piper.
Race 6 was won by Prince Dalak, beating the short price favourite Maya Vita. Maya Vita started at even money. They had a struggle in the straight, but at the end, Prince Dalak coming away from Maya Vita to win quite clearly and quite conversation third.
Here from Nickerport, Tri-Cindy over on the outside and Manipul. A length and a half to Maya Vita, one to Quiet Conversation, and they were followed further back by Native Consul, one to Prince Dalak, and about 3 or 4 lengths away as Future Precedent. Queen Boadicea led past the 700, a half length to Tri-Cindy, who's still trapped 3 deep, Manipul in between them. 2 lengths to Maya Vita now moving past Nickerport, and then Prince Dalak commencing his run around the field from Quiet Conversation, then Native Consul and Future Precedent. 3 in line on the turn, Queen Boadicea, Manipul and Tri-Cindy, who's never been able to get on the track. Length and a half to Maya Vita and Prince Dalak making their runs together as they turn for home. In the straight they race now, and on the inside, Manipul just in front, but Prince Dalak's gone very fast. He's run past Maya Vita, and Prince Dalak starting to street them. He's drawn out 2 or 3 lengths to Maya Vita under the whip from Quiet Conversation. Prince Dalak well clear in the run home, and he's going to bolt in. Prince Dalak scores by about a length at the finish to Maya Vita, who ran on again. 4 lengths to Quiet Conversation, third.
Maya Vita just gives the impression that she's looking for a little bit more ground there. Prince Dalak out-sprinted her just as they turned for home, but she was getting to the line just as good as him at the end. Hooplahannah wins race 7, beating Fiery Packs. Third, Rock Sin. Stolen Song, the favourite. Well supported, 5 to 2 into start 7 to 4.
A length and a half to Rock Sin, and then Stelina on the outside. They were followed then by Stolen Song, improving but 3 deep from Small Pilgrim. Blue Hawaii tucked in on the fence. Then came Lady Cosmic at the head of the others with Fiery Packs improving its place. 2 lengths further back, Raise the Standard from at the head of the others, Miss Wyfold and Lorna Mary, Tiara Bangle and Passatempo. Well bunched on the turn, Natalie's Pride, the leader, coming 3 deep, Show Magic to tackle it, and they were followed on the inside by Plush Royale. Stolen Song moving out 4 deep, and also Hooplahannah. Stelina and Roxin both looking for runs, and Fiery Packs to the outside. In the straight, Natalie's Pride and Show Magic clear from Hooplahannah. Stolen Song can't go on. Rocks in under the whip, plugging on from Fiery Packs. Hooplahannah drew to the lead, however, with 150 to go and shot well clear. Rocks in running on with Fiery Packs, but Hooplahannah's going to win by about 4 lengths. Good battle for the miners. Fiery Packs it is, has run second just in front of Rock Sin. Then Stolen Song followed
Last
by...
race to Welter Handicap, and the winner here was Astrolin, the favourite at 5 to 2, in from 9 to 2. Had a good job with this horse, raced in the Melbourne Cup, dropping back to the 1,600 metres. Too good for them yesterday. Emerald River second, Atia Key third.
800 to go, still a great go for the lead. Woking on the inside, just got its head in front of Chief Admiral. A length and a half, Captain Faloo. Then Prime Question on the inside. Lord Gruamac going around them 3 deep from Emerald River. Astrolin on the rails, needing a run from Ayatoa Key taken to the outside, and they're followed by Bow Vest and Kent, and back with them Thai Salute.
On the turn, 500 to go, and Woking's got the upper hand, about a neck only to Chief Admiral. On the outside, 3 deep now is Lord Gruamac coming at them, also Emerald River. Prime Question looking for a run with Captain Faloo and also Astrolin and Kent. Into the straight they race now, and the leader Woking, Astrolin's got out of his good enough, and here's Emerald River grabbing them. Astrolin and Emerald River fighting it out from Ayatoa Key, coming with a strong run. Captain Faloo can't go on, but Astrolin's got the upper hand with 100 to go, and Astrolin, a very versatile gallopers, racing away from them, and Astrolin's won by 2.5 lengths to Emerald River. Ayatoa Key third, fourth Woking from Sweet...
The TAB information from Caulfield, winning combination for the double and the treble, 5, 3 and 11, Glorious Song, Mossie Bite, Hooplahannah, $94.40 the double, and the treble paid $1,102.65. The extra double, number 3, Prince Dalak, and number 1, Astrolin, $12.95. With the Southern meetings yesterday, he got over to the rails pretty easily in the early stages. Lorella ran on gamely at the end. Sao Borgia's run was very good, coming from well back in the field to finish third, and I thought a very good run too by Bright Treble. Here's the replay now of the XXXX Stakes.
Racing, Mighty Bowl began quickly. Todonic a little slow to get going, and so was Balkan Secret and Sao Borgia. Lorella and Swift Fox going fast, and there's Marquee Star showing blistering speed from the extreme outside, racing up to go to the front. Castroman Star began quickly, but checked shortly after the start. On settling down now, 1,000 to go. Marquee Star leads, a length and a half on Mighty Bold. Swift Fox running third. Oh, Kelly's Pool almost fell, almost dislodged the jockey. Marquee Star in front, 800 to go. Leads by a length and a half. Swift Fox second, Mighty Bold third. Fourth on the outside, He's the Haze, and now Prestige, Balkan Secret off the track. Lorella was next on the rails, and then Casimir Star. Grand Rocky's giving them a long start. Todonic back about third last with Carly Star. Bakerman Sao Borgia picking up ground. Bright Treble last of the main bunch, and Kelly's Pool along last on the home turn. 400 metres to go. Marquee Star the first around the bend. Swift Fox running second, going for the inside. Then Mighty Bold. Lorella coming into it with a big run. Then Sao Borgia, Casimir Star, and He's a Haze. Marquee Star nicely clear, 250 to go. A length and a half in front of Lorella. Sao Borgia running on gamely. Then Swift Fox and Todonic, but it's Marquee Star in front. On the outside, Lorella trying hard to pick up Marquee Star. Marquee Star in front, holding Lorella. Marquee Star. Marquee Star's won it by a head. Marquee Star first. Second was Lorella. Third, Sao Borgia. Then Bright Treble, who flew.
Well, a couple of good runs there. Lorella tried very hard in the straight. Sao Borgia never got on the track. And Bright Treble, after being last of the main bunch, coming to the corner, rattled home. And a good run too by Todonic, who missed the start. But Marquee Star, it's hard to take anything away from him. He came from the wide gate, led them, did all the hard work out in front, and showed a lot of courage in the straight to score, and score well. Marquee Star, the winner of the XXXX Stakes, ridden by John Wade, beating Lorella, and third was Sao Borgia. There's John coming back into the enclosure area, and on Marquee Star, we're able to catch up with John shortly after the race.
Well, John, popular win by Marquee Star. You obviously set out to overcome his outside alley from the start.
Well, John, I didn't really, because I thought there's a lot of weight horses on the inside to kick up and keep him out a bit. I was looking for around about 4th or 5th. But when they couldn't go with him, I was quite happy to be where I was.
Right, he shifted out slightly towards the finish. Was he starting to feel the pinch of the big weight then?
Not really. I had a look at the going as I was coming down, turning for home, and I see where it was chopped up from the race before, so I thought the winner come down out wide, so I thought I'd go out there too.
John, he's shown a liking for wet conditions before. Did they contribute to his win today, or do you think he would have beat them anyhow?
Well, I think he would have went just as well as he did today, even on a dry track.
Right, and the plans to bring him back for the second leg of the Doom and Triple Crown?
I'm not sure. I think he's staying up, but I wouldn't be 100% sure.
You'll be riding him if he starts, no doubt?
More than likely, yeah.
OK, mate, good luck. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, John.
Race 6 in the winner here was Sher Lodge, beating 17-1, beating Crown and Anchor 13-8 on and favourite, and third was Halls of Paris. Crown and Anchor had his chance in the straight, had he been good enough, but he just wasn't up to it, and Vain Karioi too good for him.
Crown and Anchor as they come to the bend, a length and a half away. Third is Masol, followed by So Stormy, and then Halls of Paris and Night Diamond. Around the corner now at the 400 metres, and the narrow leader on the inside is Vain Karioi. Crown and Anchor on the outside is joining him almost now, but Compton's had to go for the whip on the favourite, and Vain Karioi's kicked. Vain Karioi a length and a half. Crown and Anchor not doing enough. 2.5 then to Halls of Paris and Masol, but Vain Karioi is spread eagling its rivals. Well clear of Crown and Anchor, and in the third position Halls of Paris, and an impressive debut of
Vain Karioi too good for them there, beating the short price favourite Crown and Anchor. The second event, Pollentia, the winner, starting at 5-2, beating Elroy. Elroy was held up for a run, but never looked like getting Pollentia. Pollentia bolted in. Neat Princess finished as third.
Princess from My Heist off the track, Bevan's forecast to length Elroy, and 2 to Mr. Bunchy around the turn, and Pollentia got a break of nearly 2 lengths now on young Polaris. Cooks had to go for the whip on My High Point. A length the Neat Princess, and a minute away on the race is Elroy, and he met a slight check there as he tried to get between horses. At the 200, and Pollentia leads about 4 lengths. Elroy finally getting out. In third position, Neat Princess, but Pollentia still for Elroy, who's not picking her up. In third place, Neat Princess, but Pollentia is much too nippy. And down to the line goes Pollentia to win from Elroy. He's looking for longer. Third, Neat Princess, and then came My High.
The third race, and the winner here was Swiftfoot, beating the short price favourite Laugh-In. Laugh-In went to the lead just after they straightened up. I thought she'd win at that stage, but Swiftfoot gets off the rails, and hard ridden by Wayne Harris. Swiftfoot picks up Laugh-In and goes on to score narrowly, but quite convincingly.
Around the corner, Red Venture hanging just a shade, and Laugh-In on the inside, about a head clear on Red Venture. Swiftfoot a length away and getting between the leaders now, followed 2 back by Elegant Beauty. William gives Laugh-In a dig and a slap with the whip, and coming to the 200. Laugh-In by a length on Swiftfoot after a very quickly now. Harris goes for the whip on Swiftfoot, but Laugh-In's battling on a race in 2. Swiftfoot on the outside, joining Laugh-In, looks to be doing better. Laugh-In, Swiftfoot, and Swiftfoot on the lines won it. Swiftfoot by about a half head to Laugh-In, I'd reckon. Third home going to Red Venture, and a long way back at that.
The big race of the day, the Christmas Cup, Riverdor, ridden by Ronnie Quinton, coming down the outside, storms home with Mother Courage and beats Mother Courage and neck. Blue Era finishes third. Granite King, the unplaced favourite, at 5-2.
Ground from Vivatis, and a good margin, Old Fabuloso, and at the tail, Rebel Sar, homeward bound. And Bo Symbol after Red Era. They lead by 2 lengths on King Lilt, followed by Black Brigand out of the whip. Granite King doing nothing, and now Riverdor is starting to come into it, and Mother Courage is getting a split. Riverdor's taken the lead at the distance. Mother Courage trying to match Riverdor. Red Era third on the rail, clear of Music Maestro. Quentin goes for the whip now on Riverdor. Mother Courage, Cook riding hard, can't pick up Riverdor, and Riverdor is going to win the Christmas Cup. Riverdor's won it about a long neck to Mother Courage. A distant third was Red Era, followed by Music Maestro.
Riverdor winning the Christmas Cup and takes care of the first 4 races from Rosehill yesterday. Come back with the remainder of Karioi, Star and High Reserve. Red Currant loomed up to High Reserve with about 200 metres to go, got the better of High Reserve, and then held a late challenge by Karioi Star. Karioi Star running on fairly well at the end, but never really looked like getting to Red Currant. Red Currant beating Karioi Star, the favourite, High Reserve third.
Security as they swing for home. A length the Silver Envoy third. On the outside of it is Red Currant, and a length the Dakota Karioi Star and Prince Medica straightening up at the 350. High Reserve in front of half-tight Security. Silver Envoy looking for the run, and then Red Currant at a length the Karioi Star at the 200, and High Reserve now being taken on by Red Currant. In third place, Karioi Star from Silver Envoy. Red Currant has joined and headed High Reserve, and Red Currant is forging away. Karioi Star moving to second, High Reserve weakening to third, and Red Currant goes on to win it. Red Currant from...
Race 6 on the winner was Tandrio. Pretty good effort too, Tandrio. Race wide most of the way and proved too good for Folly's Prince, and third home was Calm Joe. King's Cross race just off the speed, not good enough to pick them up at the end. 11-8 favourite King's Cross.
Tandrio third, fourth Brandy Sipper. A length of the favourite King's Cross. Unless he gets a run, he's going to have to come right to the outside, and this he's doing now. And about 4 or 5 Shamrock King in the straight and coming along by the 300. Folly's Prince in front. Calm Joe under the whip second from Tandrio on the outside. He's still giving, despite the fact he's covered a lot of ground, and King's Cross at the moment is struggling to reach them. Tandrio raced up to Folly's Prince, puts the nose in front, and Tandrio about a half length in front, never on the track, but too good at the judge. Tandrio, there's a good effort. Tandrio has beaten Folly's Prince and Calm Joe from King's Cross, or not the same King's Cross today, as we saw here.
Now to race 7, and the winner here was Spanish Star, to give bookies a pretty good result, starting at 20-1. Stockbroker loomed up to Spanish Star just after they straightened up, looked as though he'd win, but then Spanish Star shook him off. Hondo-Matic runs on fairly well at the end, but never really looked like getting to the winner. Here it is now.
Rivercraft is wide out from Welsh Guy and Vibrant Elf, straightening for the run of the judge, and Stockbroker raced up to head off Spanish Star. A length and a half away third is Bachelor's Purse, then Hondo-Matic, followed by Royal Equerry, and a good gap to Gay Tony. Approaching the 200, and Spanish Star again shook off Stockbroker. Hondo-Matic on the outside is still in third position, 2 lengths from Spanish Star. Spanish Star's at absolutely no danger. Stockbroker second, Hondomatic third, and that's the way they finished. Spanish Star from Stockbroker and Hondomatic. Then Royal Equerry, Gay Tony, Threads, Jamaro.
Now to the final race of the day, and the winner here was Gold Noble, starting at 5-1, beating Prized and Prince Granada. The favourite was Burke's Law, who started at 9-2. Gold Noble, ridden by Peter Cook, running just off the speed, getting a run in the straight and finishing too strongly for them over the final part. Here's the replay now.
On the outside, 1.5 Prince Granada. A neck back on his inner is Baruna Saab, and then comes Burke's Law, followed by Brass Bill, Lord Sam second last, Planuto last. Into the stretch, and Prized a length and a half, Sing for Supper, trying to keep Gold Noble in the pocket, but Gold Noble's out now. On the outside, Prince Granada chiming in. Brian is under the whip, and then Baruna Saab and Burke's Law. As they come to the 200, Gold Noble's taken the lead clearly. In second position, Prince Granada, who's tending to hang from Prize, and then Burke's Law. But Gold Noble is only small, but he's starting to career right away now. Second is Pride, third Prince Granada, who won't go straight, and Gold Noble's untroubled.
Now the double and treble information from the meeting yesterday in Sydney. Winning combination 2-4-2, Riverdor, Red Currant, Spanish Star. $57.10 for the daily double, and the treble paid $421.25. Take was Rue Dior. Never looked like winning, really, Rue Dior. Castroman, too good, taking the lead, coming to the corner, and going on with it over the final part to beat Diamond Dandy, and Cigaro finishes third.
Gone to the front from Man Irish. Then Cigaro, further back then was Diamond Dandy. Rudor still making ground out wide. Coming down to the second last one, the leader Castroman by 2 lengths to Man Irish. Diamond Dandy running on, likewise down the outside as Rudor, but he made a mess of the second last one. Coming down to the last jump, the leader was Castroman, being tackled now by Diamond Dandy out wide. Behind him on the fence then is Man Irish, then Cigaro. Rudor can't win, but it's Castroman in front, about 100 metres to go from Diamond Dandy, trying hard. Castroman in front with about 30 or 40 metres to go, and he's going to be too good, Castroman. At the judge, and Castroman wins it by a length, the Diamond Dandy. Running third was, after falling, Cigaro. Then Man Irish.
The second event, and Jonamore was just able to pip the favourite Rocket in Flight right on the post. Rocket in Flight looked as though he was going to win right up until the last little bit when Jonamore lunged at him. Jonamore was well back too. 6 into stone at 7-2. Rocket in Flight, the favourite, at 10-9.
Back in the field then was a crew. Next to last is Siamese, and Surles tailing out the last. Coming down inside the 400 metres mark, and the leader Rocket in Flight being tackled now, in fact, headed by Bellardi Boy, the all-white. McMaster running third, Herosa there followed further back in the field, then down the outside by Turak Toff and also Jonamore. Karanama can't win at the 100 metre mark. Rocket in Flight about a half a neck in front of Bellardi Boy. Jonamore running on down the outside. Rocket in Flight about a head now to Bellardi Boy. Jonamore getting home over the top of them. Rocket in Flight is just in front or close. Maybe Jonamore out wide, a nose to Rocket in Flight, but it's very close. Running third, Bellardi Boy there, followed by Turak Toff, a break the jungle.
The third event, and the winner here was Nicholas John, long odds-on favourite, 9-4 on, having a hit out for the Perth Cup. And it looks as though he's been cleared to go to Perth for the running of the big race over there. Kip Keno finishes second, Cedra Bricius third.
Inside the 450 metre mark, the run, the leader Sandbagger giving plenty of check. It's Sandbagger by 3 lengths on Nicholas John, and Harry White riding it very quietly and very patiently. Then Kip Keno easing out there, followed down the outside by Central Bricius and Don's Hope. Coming down to the 200 metre mark, and the favourite Nicholas John cruised to the lead from Sandbagger, who's gone. Kip Keno can't go on. Further back was Central Bricius, but Nicholas John in front past the tower. And Harry White's got a lap full of horse coming down to the judge, and Nicholas John to win easily. At the line, Nicholas John has won it by almost 4 lengths to Kip Keno. Out wide, Central Bricius has run third. Then Sandbagger.
The boil over of the day, probably the year, Moiarellen wins the 4th race, beating Lockhart. Lockhart looked home to the world. Odds-on favourite, and then all of a sudden, Moira Ellen, the 100-to-1 shot on the outside, picked up Lockhart and won in a photo.
It was further back, Crepe Princess and also Jewel Star. Big Rose has burnt right off, and likewise Craigie Lass. Coming down inside the 350 metre mark, the favourite Lockhart, dead set going half pace by a length and a half now to Thorian. Vatican Lass down the outside is Fayron Moiarellen, on the extreme outside rail is Jewel Star. Coming past the 200 metre mark, Lockhart is clear from Jewel Star. Moiarellen is running home well in the centre, and likewise Fayron, but Lockhart is in front, about 40 or 50 metres to go from Moiarellen. They're wide apart, Lockhart and Moiarellen for mine has won it. Out wide, Moiarellen has won from Lockhart. Running third there was Fayron.
Race 5, the winner, the favourite Foregone Conclusion, beating Ranger's Son and Vanaka. Foregone Conclusion going to Ranger's Son just after they straighten up and edging away from him over the concluding stages. Foregone Conclusion starting at 2 to 1.
Tell me do. Next to last there was Saxon Slew, and last of all wide as Captain Fallu. Homeward bound down to the 400-metre mark. Ranger's Son beat off So Easy, who gave in without a kick. But the favourite Foregone Conclusion is travelling well on the outside of Ranger's Son. Behind them was Vanaka there, followed by Lynn Sinton, Dancing Misters down the outside. Coming down to the 250-metre mark, the leader Foregone Conclusion by about a neck to Ranger's Son. Running third is Vanaka. King's Charmers battling on well, but the top weight Foregone Conclusion starting to draw away. At the judge and Foregone Conclusion, hands and heels wins, putting up by almost a length to Ranger's Son. Vanaka's run third and a good run, ready to win it.
Race 6, and the winner was Afghans Idol, ridden by Greg Hall. Into the front, about 100 metres out, swept through to go to the lead, looked as though he was going on score easily, but Sir Trout makes a determined bid over the final part, runs on game, he's well worth following. Sir Trout declare third, Like a Planet, the unplaced favourite, 11 to 8.
Raked into Middle War there, followed further back by Skipton Town. Like a Planet badly shut up, wanting a run badly. Water out then was Afghans Idol, and also deeper out as Great Flood. Coming down to the 400 metres mark, and the leader was Goldossi from Rural Radon. Deeper out then was Jarganath, and there followed by Declaray, and Afghans Idol is down the outside. Like a Planet wanting a run badly, but is not going all that well. Coming down to the 200-metre mark, and out wide Afghans Idol has gone to the front from Goldossi. Declaray gone there, followed by Sir Trout, and Like a Planet can't win. Afghans Idol in front, about 80 metres to go. Sir Trout is running on resolutely, but Afghans Idol too good. Wins it by 3/4 of a length to Sir Trout. Running third is Declaray, Goldossi fourth, there followed by Middle War.
Now to race 7, the winner Maiden Century, to give Malcolm Pay a winning double. Pride of Prince of Brandy finishes second, Rankalina third. Equal favourites in the race, Prince of Brandy and Palamine both at 13 to 4.
Charcietta's very wide, there followed further back by Maiden Century and Bazkiri. Coming down inside the 450-metre mark, the leader High Drifter left the fence, and Moron Choice has got a saloon passage run. Down the outside is Prince of Brandy, Rankalina, and down the extreme outside, Maiden Century starting to wind up. Coming down to the 250-metre mark, and out wide, Maiden Century's gone to the front from Prince of Brandy, who's given in. High Drifter battling on there, followed by Rankalina, but Maiden Century in front, about 100 metres to go, is in no danger. At the judge, and Maiden Century kept going, wins it by 2.5 lengths, Prince of Brandy. Rankalina run third, Palamine made up a lot of ground fourth.
The final event on the program, and the winner here was Muffler beating Come to London. Now this is a good run, Come to London. Have a look at this. Got green colours with a white cap, back about 10th there in the middle. You see he's held up for a run on several occasions in the straight Come for London. Should have won the race pretty easily. Wonderful for sure.
Then Jamaica in, Flight Star down the outside, and likewise Muffler starting to wind up, and Prince of Dreams down the outside. Coming down to the 250-metre mark, Man of Madras about a neck in front of Unswerving. Muffler joining in, and down the outside was Noble Falcon running on, likewise Prince of Dreams getting a slide check. At the tower, the leader Muffler by about a neck now to Man of Madras, and wider out was Noble Falcon. Come to London battling on well. Muffler in front, about 30 or 40 metres to go, and Muffler's going to be too good. Muffler wins it by half a length, Come to London. Noble Falcon has run third, Prince of Dreams has run fourth.
Yeah, it was a good run, that second horse there, Come to London. Now the double and treble information from the meeting yesterday at Flemington. Winning combination 20-1-2. Moiarellen, Foregone Conclusion.